friends too are going to draw a TV.
Yeah, we're going to draw an old-fashioned retro TV. We hope you're going to follow along. You need something to draw with, some
paper and something to color with.
Yeah, and because we're using markers to draw and color with, we're also using marker paper to draw on. Okay, you ready to start?
Yes.
We're using our Art for Kids Hub alcohol-based markers. If you have the same set, you can use the same colors that we're using, and the first color we're drawing with is black, 120. But remember, you don't have to use the same set. You can use anything to draw with. You can also use anything to color with. Okay, let's first start by drawing our TV with a rectangle shape. And I'm going to start over here on the left side and draw a line that comes down and matches kind of the side of our paper. So we can come down kind of far. Then we're going to draw the bottom of our TV. I'm going to make it a little taller. And then I'm going to draw the horizontal line coming across. So the first line is called vertical. It goes up and down. And then this line going left and right is horizontal.
Yeah.
Now we're going to draw another vertical line going up for the other side of the TV. There you go. And then we're going to connect the top. And I'm turning my paper sideways. Sometimes that makes it a little easier to draw. Now we're ready to draw the screen of our TV. Let's draw a square shape inside. So I'm going to draw a line that comes down like this, just like we did for the rectangle shape. And the bottom of this shape, we want it to match the same so that it's a square. So we're going to use our eyes to measure that line, and we're going to try to come out to the same distance. So I'm going to come out this way, and maybe that's close. And then you could go a little bit further, I think. This seems a little shorter than that line. Yeah, and then we can draw the line going up. And then we're going to draw a line to connect the top. This is the frame of the tube part of our TV. I think that was what they called, that was the short name for the screen. It was the tube. And we're going to draw 4 little guide points. I'm going to draw one right here. And we want to try to draw them in the same place in each corner. So these are just guide points. We want them to be the same distance in every corner. Okay, now we're going to draw the actual screen or tube part of the TV, but we're going to add a little curve. So I'm going to start here and we're going to connect down to the bottom, but in the middle, I'm going to get close to the frame and then come back to the point. They weren't flat. You know how we call them flat screen TVs now?
Yeah.
The TVs that were old or retro, they had a curve to the screen. Now we're going to draw that same curve up here. So we're going to get close to the outside and then curve back down. Yeah. And then I'm going to turn my paper so it's a little easier each time I draw this. So we're going to connect these and I'm going to draw getting close to the frame and then back down. You don't have to turn your paper if it's easier to keep it straight. Yeah, and then we're going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to turn my paper even upside down so I can do it this way. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to draw a curve because my hand curves naturally like that. Yeah, you did it. Look at that. It already looks like an old retro TV.
Yeah.
Next, let's add more details to our TV. And back in the old days, or the retro days, when these TVs were around, there was a little knob right here on the TV, and I'm going to put it right here in the center. This was to change the channel. You actually had to get up, you had to stand up from the couch, walk over to the TV, and then turn this knob to turn the channel. Now we have a nice remote with buttons on it, but yeah. Now we can add another circle inside. I'm going to add maybe a diagonal line like this so that we can tell where it's pointed. And then we can add little channels. I'm just going to add little dots for the channels. I'm going to add one at the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to add one on the left and the right. And then we can add dots in between each of those, and that helps us space out those channels evenly.
It's not very much channels.
Yeah, there weren't very many. Now there's a lot.
Yeah.
Now let's add the speakers to our TV. I'm going to add a square shape right here. So I'm going to draw the letter L, and I want this line and this line to be about the same. Then we're going to go up, and then we can connect the top. And then we can add even more speakers down here. So I'm going to draw another square shape down here. And we'll go a little faster since we're just repeating the same steps. Nice, we did it. Oh, let's add the bottom or the stand for our TV. We're going to draw a rectangle shape for the bottom. So I'm going to extend out on each side. Then we can draw a short line down on each side. And then I'm going to turn my paper like this, and I'm going to pull a line to connect. You don't have to do it this way if you don't want to. Sometimes I think it's a little easier to draw a straight line by turning your paper like that. Whoa, look at that. It almost looks like you used a ruler.
Yeah.
Good job. Now let's draw the legs to the stand. I'm going to draw a diagonal line coming down to the left and also a diagonal line coming down to the right. Then let's add a short line down at the bottom on each side coming in. Then we can start here on the short line, and we're going to draw another diagonal line that comes up, but I'm getting further away at the top, so it's thicker up here. And then let's do the same thing on this side. I'm going to come up and make the leg a little thicker. Then we can also add a little detail. I'm going to draw a straight line across here and also over here. The other thing that we need to add is an antenna. Let's draw a half circle or a curve rainbow line up here. And then we're going to draw the bunny ears or the antennas. We're going to draw one coming off to the left and another one coming off to the right. It looks like bunny ears.
Yeah.
We could also add a little dot or circle at the end.
Now it looks like an alien head.
Yeah, it does. This is how you got the channels. They would actually go through the air and come here to the antenna and then go into the TV. There wasn't a cable that was connected to a box.
Yeah.
And sometimes if there was bad weather, you didn't get very good reception and you would just see static or snow.
Really?
Yeah. So you had to have good reception for you to watch TV. We're almost finished with our TV, except it's not very funny. What are we missing?
A funny face.
We're missing a funny face. Now you can draw your funny face any way you want. I'm going to add eyes like this. I'm going to add one eye over here on the left and an eye way over here on the right. That way I can draw the mouth in the middle. And then I always like to add the little circle in the top left, and then we can color in that big circle, but leave the little circle white. Then I'm going to draw the mouth like this in between the eyes. Oh, I'm going to draw it really open. So it's almost like it's laughing. And then I'm going to draw teeth like this and maybe teeth down here. Are you going to change yours?
Yes.
To be a different face, a different mouth? I'm going to draw the tongue sticking out like this, around, and then come back in. And then I'm going to add a little line here and color in this shape and also this shape. I can't wait to see what you draw. Oh, a mustache and a tongue. Is that a tongue or is the mouth open?
That's the tongue.
That's my favorite. You could add even more things to your TV. You could add eyelashes or eyebrows. You could also add, maybe you don't add a funny face, but you could add your favorite show like SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we're not completely done. We still have one more thing to do.
We need to color it.
Yeah, this part we'll fast forward, so remember to pause the video, take extra time to color your drawings. You ready to fast forward?
Yeah.
Awesome, we finished drawing and coloring our retro TVs, and yours turned out awesome. I especially love the funny face.
Thank you.
Remember to pause the video and take extra time to color your drawings. You could match our same coloring, or you could color your TVs any way you want. We used our Art for Kids Hub alcohol-based markers. If you have the same set, we use two grays. We use CG1 and CG5. The light gray is for the legs, and then the dark gray, or CG5, was for the screen on the TV. Then we also used two browns, a dark brown, 103, and what was the light brown?
97.
Yeah, it's a lighter brown that we used for the frame. Then we also used 15 red for the bottom and also the dial. Then I used pink 88 for the tongue. And what did you use for your tongue?
The same red that's right here.
Oh
15.
Yeah, 15. And then the last thing, I used a white Prismacolor colored pencil to add a little highlight on the screen just to make it look a little more shiny.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing your retro TVs.
We do. We hope you had a lot of fun, and we hope you take extra time to color your drawings and also add extra things. You could even draw a background or maybe somebody watching the TV.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.
Goodbye.